Hey everybody. It's been a little bit, but I wanted to talk about planners. Um I was in a planner funk for so long. I was in a happy planner. I worked for a while, then I quit working, and then I went to a notebook, and that wasn't working. And then I tried. I'm going to show you. This rings that I had created and set up, and for some reason that wasn't working, and it was like nothing was working. And I'm at a point in my life where I need to be planning. I need to be planning. I need to be planning out my sodium. I need to be planning out, my exercises and keeping track of that, and as well as other things that I'm doing lately, and normal everyday household chores and things like that, and just when I need to refill my medicine, which I actually need to call my doctor here in a little bit and do that. But because I've been in a planning slump, let me see if I can put you over here if that's a little bit better. Just ignore the flowers. There we go. Nothing's gotten done. And I've just been racking my brain like, what works for me? Because back in the day when I first started planning, I knew what worked for me. I knew what I liked. I knew what setup I liked. And I knew exactly what worked for me. But we see these different people with different types of planners, with different types of systems. And it's easy to be like, oh, I want to try that. I bet you that looks so nice on paper. I bet you that works so well. Oh, I want to try that planning style. And it was fun, but in all of that mess, I lost myself, planning wise. I've lost myself and I've forgotten, my first planner love. My first love is Jesus, but my first planner love, I've forgotten my first planner love. And I don't know, this was years ago. I don't know if y'all remember. But do you remember when I was going through that season where I was making traveler's notebooks out of everything? Literally, whatever, placemats, boxes, I even made it out of material one time that I covered in plastic. And they were always these super tall, thin but wide notebooks. And it was difficult to go out and buy a cover for them, because that's how I like it. I like it to be taller than, basically standard size, but a little taller and a little chunkier. Basically is was my go-to for years. I mean, for years. And that worked well for me because I was making my own planners at that time. I wasn't really buying anything, and I still don't really buy anything. I still try to make as much stuff as I can, and I may buy a notebook or something here or there at Walmart, or find a Happy Planner on clearance and purchase Happy Planner, which in theory I would love for a Happy Planner to work for me. In theory, that would be perfect for me because I like this setup, but I just can't make it work for me. As much as I so desire to make it work for me, I just cannot make other things. Well, I just changed it up, but for a long time I was using a Happy Planner as a prayer journal. And that worked for me for the past year. I just now switched it over to a book that has three notebooks in it. Three composition notebooks bound together like a traveler's notebook. I'll do a flip through of that once it's all set up. So I find other ways to use, the happy planners. They're good for other kinds of journals. But I just feel like it's hard for me to stay organized in a happy planner. That's why I would always use notebooks, because I can always make my own sections and just tab off what I need. So I went from happy planner to back to my Panda notebook to a ring bound to Post-it notes. And then I remembered, I was always a traveler's notebook girl. Except for I don't do them skinny little notebooks that come with it. That's not enough paper for me. When I have information in a notebook, I like to keep that there for as long as I possibly can. And so it just gives me anxiety using those thin little notebooks, because it's like, what am I going to write in here? I write big anyways. So this don't work for me. In the past, I've duct taped 3 of them together and made a single notebook. But I like my notebooks to be thick. I like the paper in there to be thick, the signature to be thick in itself, so that I get a long use out of it, so that if I need to go back and reflect on something and see something I have last month's, the month before, information still in there. So I said, I'm not going to go out and buy myself nothing. I'm going to make it myself, because that's how I always used to do it. I always made my own stuff. So let me show you my creation. And this is temporary. If this continues to work for me the way that it has been working. Let me fix this. Then I'm going to make myself a leather cover. But it is a standard sized notebook that, my version of a standard size traveler's notebook. So it's about this much taller than the standard, and it's maybe a little wider than the standard. And then I have some of these on here, and some wispies, and then this little bow. So yeah, so that's how I have it for now. I have a fine tip pen here and a Sharpie S gel here. In the front pocket, I have just a couple of journaling cards with a sticker on it that was gifted to me. Okay, let me open it up. So it took me a little while to figure out a system. And I didn't force it. I let it naturally just kind of happen. I just figured out I wrote a list on what type of pages I want. Like what type of sections I want. And I went about making it. Wait, why in the world? Hold on, I have to fix something. There. So, let me kind of show you what I have. It's not perfect. The paper is not all matched up perfectly. I'm going to wind up changing these covers, but this is just what I had already made up. Okay. And then I wish I could figure out a way to turn this around to show you. Let me attempt to show you this way. So this is my morning and evening routine. This is my monthly page, and it has 1 through 30. I've got 31. And then notes. This is my weekly overview page, and some of these post-it notes have some things groceries I need to buy, and stuff like that. And then this is the weekly page. And I have my to-dos, my sodium count, some things I need to do later tonight. We're going in town, my gratitude for the day, what I'm eating today, and some little checklists next to to-dos that I have to do for today. And then this is tomorrow's. And this is Wednesdays. And then back here, I have an exercise tracker. I hope you guys can see this. An exercise tracker. I have, let me turn you this way. This tracker here. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. And then this little tab here says encouragement. Well, this tab says health. And then there's another one that says encouragement. And this has a psalm that has just been playing over and over in my head. And this one has declarations on it. And then you go back here. I'm going to be putting some lists of sodium contents. Back here I have some meal ideas. And so this whole area back here is going to be like a health section. And so this whole booklet here, this is health. This is mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health back here. And this is going to be an area that I fill in with information, and it just stays back here and is used for whatever. So I'll have lists of the different foods that I eat and how much sodium they have in them. so that when I come up here to my daily pages, and I go to fill in my sodium, I can write down what I ate, and then later I can go and look in the back and look how much sodium that it was and count up my sodium for the day. So like if at bedtime I'm like, oh, I want a snack, what can I have? I know how much sodium I have left. Because counting my sodium is important. And so I have them for the week. Okay, I hope you guys could see that. It's important for me to kind of meal plan and kind of have some idea of how I'm eating. So by writing down what I eat throughout the day and how much sodium it was, and let's say one day I feel like I have a bad day and I don't feel good, I can look at my sodium count for the day before and see what it was that I ate that is making me not feel so great. And seeing if it was something that I had eaten. I have lots of lists in here, like lists for snack ideas, lists for meal ideas, lists for exercise ideas. I have this cute little panda exercise tracker. Let me take him off there, because he's just paper clipped. I have like a couple sheets of this. I think I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's a panda with all these little paw prints. And then it came, I'll just take one off, with a sheet of stickers that I cut in half that you can use to put on the paw prints whenever you've done a thing. So because I exercised today, let me take a panda. And I can put this on a paw print because I exercised today. And so that's just a little something silly to keep me encouraged. And then back here, when I have for my tracker, I have, did I take my pills, exercise, have I felt overwhelmed, cleaning, did I get my cleaning done, read my Bible, social media, was it a good day, a bad day? So I'm tracking my mood, but I'm also tracking, just different habits. Why does this keep doing this? I need to tape this down. Okay. And then this back notebook is just going to be filled with information. I'm going to have a list of the places that we'd like to go out and eat. And I'm going to list the different meals with the different amounts of sodium. And then at the end of the week, I really want to add in a weekly check-in and just write about how I felt that week. If I felt accomplished, if I got stuff done, did I exercise, and how am I feeling? Just an account to hold myself accountable. So that's it. Let me hold it up one more time, just in case you didn't see. So this is my weekly overview, and this is my daily page. So, and it works. So far, this is really working so well. It's got me excited about my planner again. It's simple enough. It just works. There's not a whole lot of decoration. There's maybe a few stickers here or there. But there's not like a ton of decoration. It's not perfect. The decor isn't perfect. It's not all matchy. It's, I don't know. It just works. Because I feel like if I try to make my planners look pretty, then planning becomes stressful instead of fun. And sometimes if I make my planner look pretty, I don't want to write in it because it looks pretty because of the stickers. So, but this is the perfect balance for me. And I think this is going to work. And the great thing is when this is all done and used up, I got a ton more printer paper to make brand new inserts out of. Because that's all this is printer paper. To make this probably cost me nothing because I already had everything. I already had the fake leather. I already had these inserts already made up. So it costs me nothing to make this and to set this up. So if I keep using this and I love it, I might get some leather or something for my birthday. Get some real leather and make myself a cover because I'm absolutely enjoying the inserts. It's really working for me, and they're not perfect. Some of them hang out. It likes to, because I have this clip in here, it likes to buckle a little bit. But, and there's a little pocket that I made. So yeah. So that just goes to say, if something isn't working for you, make your own thing. Set up your own thing. If you love a particular cover but you don't love the inserts, go get some paper you love and make your own inserts. Yeah. And it just reminds me of the fact that, I am creative. I can make my own things. I never used to buy planners. Never. I made them out of everything. I remember making planners out of, what was it? Fruit snack boxes. Like, literally made them out of everything. And I love them. So yeah, this is my new planner. The cover may eventually change. I may go to not Walmart. Goodwill today. We have to go into Walmart. I need to go get some groceries. I may have hubby stop by Goodwill so I love to look at the old purses, at the old wallets, and that's how I used to make my TN covers. It was like that. So I'm going to eventually make myself a really pretty cover. I may even make myself one for like the holidays, like change the cover like for Christmas time. And then I'm in the middle of drawing a bunch of girls and making my own stationery and stuff for Christmas. So, yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. Let me give you an update on this Bible. So I've been in this Bible for probably 3 months. Yeah, it's been like 3 months now. Because I got it in... when did I get it? I think I got it in... yeah, I got it in August. I can tell you right now when I got it. I got it in August. And it is now October. So it's been like 2.5 months. And I am still in love with it. Like, I have not touched my other Bibles. I have not touched my Amplified. I have not touched any of my other Bibles. They're just in their drawer and I have not even touched them. Now, my Thompson Chain, like when I start a new chapter, or not a new chapter, when I start a new book, I like to look at my Thompson Chain and I like to see like what it has to say about it, because it goes into a little more detail. But other than that, like, this is my everyday Bible. And if something ever happens to this Bible, I'm just going to get another one of these. Like, this is it. For the rest of my life, this is my Bible. I cannot ever imagine another Bible taking this Bible's place, ever. The study notes are so good. And then the little devotionals over here. So good. It used to be hard for me to read the Gospels because I've read them so many times. But when I read them in this Bible, it was like I'm reading Matthew for the first time all over again and falling in love with Jesus for the first time. It's just, I love the way that it says it, like, let me see what I was studying at yesterday. Is this it? Yes. Let me read this little snippet to you, then I'm going to go. So this is the part where the Pharisees are talking to Jesus. Later, Matthew invited Jesus and his disciples to his home as dinner guests, along with many tax collectors and other disreputable sinners. But when the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with scum?" Then he added, when Jesus heard this, he said, "Healthy people don't need a doctor. Sick people do." Hold on, I have to move another little sticky note. Then he added, "Now go and learn the meaning of the scripture. I want you to show mercy and not offer sacrifices." This is the part, when I read this, y'all, when I read this in this translation, I was just like, yes, Jesus. So many people need to hear this. We all need to hear this. "For I have come to call not those who think that they are righteous, but those who know that they are sinners." Yes, I love the way that they said that. I love the way it says that, because so many people think that we've got a lot of Pharisees today. We have a lot of Pharisees today parading around with the appearance of holiness, trying to put on an act, thinking that they, just like the Bible says, thinking that they are holy. When Jesus didn't come for those who think that they're holy, Jesus came for those who know that they are sinners. I am a sinner saved by the grace of God. I work very diligently to be what God calls me, but I know that my righteousness is a filthy rags. I am only righteous because He made me righteous. And let me say this, and it'll probably ruffle feathers, but I really do not care. Dressing holy does not make you holy. There is nothing we can do to make ourselves holy. We can live purely. That's when God says live holy for I am holy. He's talking about living purely. Don't have hate in your heart. Don't judge others. Don't act like your poop don't stink. Treating others with love. Following the golden rule. Keeping your heart pure. It's not an appearance of holiness. That don't matter, worth nothing. That is meaningless. The appearance of holiness is crap. But it is those who are pure on the inside. I believe, this is my belief, I believe it is prideful to think that you are holier than other people and you are better than other people because you don't wear makeup and you don't wear jewelry and you don't wear pants. And because you think because you wear skirts that you are just holier than thou. What about how you treat people? What about how you talk to people? What about how you judge people? Is that holy? No. God isn't paying attention to the outside. He's paying attention to the inside. He told the Pharisees, clean the inside of the cup and the outside will be clean. Don't worry about what the outside of the cup looks like. You just make sure you keep the inside of that cup clean. And I'm sorry, y'all, I got on my soapbox a little bit. It just makes me mad. It just makes me mad the way that people treat people. It makes me mad because they act as if you don't do this, you are not holy. And then what ticks me off is when they say if you don't do all these things, you're not saved. That's bull. That's bull. Because Jesus came to save everybody. It says right here, He didn't come for those who think that they are holy. He came for those who know that they are sinners. Who are aware of their desperate need for Him. He didn't come for those people that say, yeah, I got it all together. I'm perfectly holy. All these poor people, they need to get their lives together. They need to start going to church. They need to start dressing holy. They need to start doing this, and then maybe God will accept them. No! God already accepts them. Here's the thing that's going to make some people really mad. God loves that drunkard on the street, that